Hey YouTube, Doug Wallman. I'm ready to go on a trip this morning to Palisades State Park. It's about a 20-minute drive as I understand it. So it'll take me that long. My time, about 2 seconds. Your time, I'll see you on the other side. I would mount my phone to the dashboard if I had one of those fancy dashboard mounting devices, but I don't have one. Maybe I should get one, right? But anyway, I'll quit being diverted by little rabbit trails. Or I won't, but at any rate, we'll see you in about 2 seconds. Well, good morning, YouTube. Doug Wallman here. I'm out here at Palisades Park. I did make it. It's beautiful sunrise to my back here. It's a little more what I had in mind when there's a few clouds, although if we want to call those chemtrails or whatever. Trying to look. Yeah, there's lines in the sky. I have no theory about that, but it's a beautiful morning, and I see a bird over there. Can kind of hear him too, or her, resting on one of those dry sunflowers. Kind of cool. Taking in the scenery this morning. It's pretty nice. I wanted to find the body of water that was out here, but I don't know my way around very well yet. All the beautiful scenery aside, I wanted to give a shout out to all my subscribers and say thank you from the bottom of my heart so much. It means the world to me that you subscribe to my channel. It's awesome. I'll be trying to push out some more content, although I'll use that word push a little with reservation because I don't want to force things, but I got to thinking I do kind of push a little bit, somewhat in my nature at some point. I don't though, but at some point I kind of lose track of what's natural and what's forced, just like getting myself up in the morning. Am I really a morning person? I want to say no. Believe it or not, I'm really not, but because I've lost track over the years of what I forced myself to do and what came natural, maybe I am a morning person after all. It didn't necessarily come without some changes along the way. I still somewhat go with the idea that I'm not a morning person. So for those who aren't, you could become a morning person if you could find the value in that. In other words, what part of good morning don't you understand? You're not going to see scenery like this except in the morning time, and maybe at sunset too. But all that aside, if I can push that aside, once again, I just want to say thank you. I think I'm at, 4.2K subscribers now. So somewhere around the realm of 4,200, maybe a little bit higher. So that's pretty awesome. I do admit I've been promoting certain videos. I hesitate to say that, but that's what seems to work. But one video in particular was the Mary Oliver video, where I was doing the unboxing, and I converted that to a short, and that's what took off. Like the longer version of that might have 40 likes, but the thing is, I used to be one of those people that didn't really even care about that kind of stuff. Obviously I wanted some views, but I didn't really think too much at first about the success of YouTube. I think it was maybe in the very back of my mind, but it was way back there. So I'm just going to do my videos. I'm going to put them out there. And I kept those ones up, the videos up on YouTube that are horrible, especially some of those first ones where I tried to make coffee. I did an unboxing of one of my coffee makers and tried to make coffee. That's before I even had a microphone that was halfway decent. In fact, I don't even think I had a microphone at all. I think I just used the internal microphone on the camera. And in fact, I actually am doing that this morning, but it's more for a scratch track. I got my phone recording it. It's not how I wanted to do it, but I forgot the long the long cord that would go from the camera to my microphone and extend it. So it's beautiful. Hi, got some people driving by, waving at them. I don't know, what time is the sunrise? Hey Siri, what time's the sun rise this morning? I could just look. Hope that's still recording while I'm taking a look elsewhere. "7:37, so I did beat the sunrise. I was a little worried about that. I think we got some pheasants or something. I'm not sure what's out here. And if you do make it to a sunrise, try to make it like 20 minutes before at least, or 10 minutes minimum, so you can actually see some of the ambient light. And there's a few clouds back there, so that's cool. Might change the settings. I like to keep it a little bit dim. Maybe that's too dim. Might struggle a little bit with content on my channel, but some of the things that have been actually most successful isn't really about me talking necessarily. I would like to become more into the dialogue element of YouTube where I have something to say, but I could record my fan for an hour, and honestly, the ambient sound of the fan, that whole idea of looping that, I did loop it. I didn't record it for 10 hours straight. I did record it for like over an hour though, and I looped it. You can't tell really. That has become of value already to some people. There's been a comment, I think, or at least a love. There was a love icon. I think we live in a hustle culture, and I think my channel is trying to impede that whole mentality. I know you have to hustle to make it. I mean, making out here before sunrise was in fact a hustle, but I don't see the hypocrisy in that so much because it's a totally different kind of hustle. It's the kind of hustle that at least I can enjoy, making it out here and checking it out, taking in the sights, the sounds, and the smells even. Now, I do feel maybe some of the weight on that, because right when I was saying I'm kind of trying to push against the hustle culture, I could feel the weight on me in that instance of, I mean, you got some anxiety pent up just trying to make it out here to this beautiful site, bro. What are you talking about? But if you're going to learn to chill and relax, you're going to have to learn how to breathe sometimes too. Some of that's the cold. It's probably like 40, 50 degrees out here. So I can feel that tension. Some of it's the caffeine. We got to watch that too. How much coffee are we drinking every day? I'm trying to get to know myself a little bit better. I think separations and breakups kind of thrust that opportunity upon you, if you want to put it in a positive light. Greatness thrust upon you. I once had someone say, I refuse to step into greatness, as an excuse maybe not to get too close to me. And I wasn't even talking about greatness. So that was kind of a compliment. Yet that person, in my opinion, stepped into greatness herself in many ways. But actually, I thought that was actually kind of an attractive statement. I don't know why. I was like, I refuse to step into greatness. I don't think they really meant it. I think it was kind of a convoluted way to say the opposite. I'm not sure how, but well, I don't want to just ramble, but if there was a topic of discussion, I could have read from the Psalms, anything. I could, in fact, do that. If I'm hearing right, I try to hear. Let's go to Psalm 57. I don't consider this like a religious channel per se, but I do have my channels, and I'm not trying to say that in some new age way. I'm not a channeler, I'm not a seer as such, but I do see and I do hear. Just want to put myself in a category. Psalm 57, have mercy on me, my God, have mercy on me, for in you I take refuge. Let me just start over. I do feel the tension from the cold a little bit, the excitement of making it out here on time. So let me myself take a breath. Let me breathe. Chill, bro, right? Chill. Psalm 57. Have mercy. Well, my stomach's going too. I'm not a big breakfast skipper. You thought I was going to say breakfast person. I am. And I really believe in it strongly. But this morning I had permission. It wasn't really so much out of the discipline. It was like a soft reassurance that you'll be okay without breakfast. Just head out here. I know it's what you want to do and not be even later. So I went ahead. I did make my coffee. But Psalm 57. Have mercy on me, my God, have mercy on me. For in you I take refuge. I will take refuge in the shadow of your wings until the disaster has passed. I'm going to let this car pass because he's being a disaster right now. Just kidding. All right. Psalm 57. Have mercy on me, my God, have mercy on me. For in you I take refuge. I will take refuge in the shadow of your wings until the disaster has passed. I cry out to God Most High, to God who vindicates me. He sends from heaven and saves me, rebuking those who hotly pursue me. God sends forth his love and his faithfulness. I am in the midst of lions. I am forced to dwell among ravenous beasts, men whose teeth are spears and arrows, whose tongues are sharp swords. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory be over all the earth. They spread a net for my feet. I was bowed down in distress. They dug a pit in my path, but they have fallen into it themselves. My heart, O God, is steadfast. My heart is steadfast. I will sing and make music. Awake, my soul, awake, harp and lyre. I will awaken the dawn. That's where I should have brought my keyboard out here, right? That would have been a lot of work. That really gets some people looking as they're driving by me playing piano in the middle of this, I wouldn't say a desolate area, but it's desolate of technology. So anyway, awake, my soul, awake, harp and lyre. I will awaken the dawn. I will praise you, Lord, among the nations. I will sing of you among the peoples. For great is your love, reaching to the heavens. Your faithfulness reaches to the skies. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory be over all the earth. So that was beautiful. Let me take a look here since I didn't prepare content-wise other than let's get to a beautiful place and start talking. Let me see if I can look up anything that would be pertinent to this type of content environment. So I looked up Psalms. Sorry, my voice. I'll take a drink here. This coffee will really help with that, right? AI and the internet is so helpful. I wanted to look up some Psalms that were relevant to the morning. Psalm 5. In the morning, O Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning, I lay my request before you and wait in expectation. So there you go. Psalm 90:14. Anyway, from Psalm 5, that was the beginning of that. Maybe I should read the whole thing, but Psalm 90:14, to satisfy us in the morning with your steadfast love, that we may rejoice and be glad all our days. In Psalm 24, this psalm is recited on Sundays in Judaism as part of the Psalm of Day. It refers to the first day of creation. You could look that up real quick. Psalm 24. Psalm 24. This is from Bible Gateway, NIV version. Psalm 24, Psalm of David. Then we have a train. Beautiful. The earth is the Lord's. Really, I meant it. I like the sound of trains in the distance. Beautiful. The earth is the Lord's and everything in it, the world and all who live in it. For he founded it on the seas and established it on the waters. Who may ascend the mountain of the Lord? Who may stand in his holy place? The one who has clean hands and a pure heart, who does not trust in an idol or swear by a false god. Actually, that sounds a lot like Psalm 15, but this is Psalm 24. They will receive blessing from the Lord and vindication from God their Savior. Such is the generation of those who seek him, who seek your face, God of Jacob. Lift up your heads, you gates. Be lifted up, you ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, you gates. Lift them up, you ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord Almighty. He is the King of glory. So let's look up Psalm 5. Actually, that's perfect. I'm not even being facetious. I love the sound of trains. Hopefully it actually picked that up. Psalm 5. I think this is the NIV. I'm not sure. Psalm 5. Listen to my words, Lord. Consider my lament. Hear my cry for help, my King and my God. I'm going to say I pray to you, but it says here, for to you I pray. Hear my cry for help, my King and my God, for to you I pray. In the morning, Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning, I lay my request before you and wait expectantly. For you are not a God who is pleased with wickedness. With you, evil people are not welcome. The arrogant cannot stand in your presence. You hate all who do wrong. You destroy those who tell lies. The bloodthirsty and deceitful, you, Lord, detest. But I, by your great love, can come into your house. In reverence, I bow down toward your holy temple. Lead me, Lord, in your righteousness because of my enemies. Make your way straight before me. Not a word from their mouth can be trusted. Their heart is filled with malice. Their throat is an open grave. With their tongues they tell lies. Declare them guilty, O God. Let their intrigues be their downfall. Banish them for their many sins, for they have rebelled against you. But let all who take refuge in you be glad. Let them ever sing for joy. I'm listening to the birds. They're singing for joy. Spread your protection over them, that those who love your name may rejoice in you. There we have the sun. You can see a little more pronounced. I'm actually going to change the settings. So but verse 12 is the last verse of that. Surely, Lord, you bless the righteous. You surround them with your favors as with a shield. Y'all seeing my face okay? Because I'm trying to make this video as good as I can. I love the sun back there. Any Hoosers. Once again, it's probably the third time I want to thank my subscribers. I mean, I'll read the Psalms sometimes, but if that's not your thing, don't worry. I got plenty of variety. That's one thing is I haven't really picked a niche other than maybe ASMR is kind of a strong point on my channel now. I guess I have picked a niche to some extent. I'm going to have to go a little bit with what works. Like I said before, I wasn't really into the success of it. I just did it. I didn't have a goal. I wasn't purposely driven, so to speak. I think there's still some element of truth that I'm just going to post what's on my heart, of course. But being this close with 4,000 subscribers has kind of put some change into my perspective that I'm really close. I mean, I'm already monetized, but in the lower tier monetization. All right, I've decided to interrupt you, or myself, to tell you that I'm going to break this video apart in 3 sections, part 1, part 2, part 3, because otherwise it would be 55 minutes long, and I guess I'm going to try this. I always thought I just want to, when I listen to YouTube, if it's long, I just want to listen to it, but well, sometimes actually I'm beginning to change. I have maybe a 20-minute attention span, sometimes depending on how good of a storyteller somebody is. So yeah, we're going to break this apart. So this is part 1, and I'll release part 2 in a day or two, probably 2 days. And then part 3, same thing. All right, thanks for listening.